All right, let's talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy. Today, we're going to break down the absolutely wild story of how this group of cosmic misfits, outlaws, and assassins somehow stumbled into becoming the universe's last hope. So let's just dive right in. And really, this is the big question, right? How in the world did a thief, a couple of thugs, an assassin, and a complete maniac end up saving the entire galaxy? I mean, on paper, this crew is a disaster waiting to happen. They're selfish, they're broken, and they don't trust anybody. So how'd they pull it off? That's what we're here to figure out. So our story kicks off not with some noble hero, but with a thief. And a job that, let's just say, goes completely sideways, like right away. Okay, so this is our guy, Peter Quill. He was abducted from Earth when he was just a kid, and now he's running around the galaxy calling himself Star-Lord. Yeah, seriously. He's got some charm, he's definitely a scoundrel, and he is about to get in way, way over his head. So Quill is on what he thinks is just another simple snatch and grab job, and he steals this orb. For him, it's just about the money. He has no clue, like zero idea, that what's tucked away inside has the power to basically rewrite the cosmos. And yeah, grabbing that orb, big mistake, because it puts him right on the radar of this guy, Ronan the Accuser. Ronan is this fanatical Kree warlord, and he wants that orb for one very specific, very terrifying reason: to completely wipe the planet Xandar off the map. So with Ronan in the mix, they explode. It all escalates so fast, and it leads to one of the most chaotic first meetings you'll ever see, and an alliance that's born from, pure desperation. Okay, so picture this. Everything just collides on the planet Xandar. You've got Quill trying to offload the orb for some quick cash, but then, bam, he's ambushed by Gamora, who's this deadly assassin sent to get it back. And just as they're going at it, in come Rocket and Groot, a couple of bounty hunters trying to snag Quill for the price on his head. It is an absolute mess, and it ends pretty much how you'd expect. Yep, the whole chaotic brawl gets all four of them arrested. They're all shipped off to the Kyln, which is this super high-security prison you really, really don't want to be in. But hey, being locked up together kind of forces them to actually talk for the first time. And it's inside the Kyln that they meet the last piece of this, let's call it a dysfunctional puzzle. This is Drax. He's this huge warrior, and he is driven by one thing and one thing only: getting revenge on Ronan, the very same guy who murdered his wife and daughter. So all of a sudden, everyone's goals kind of line up. Well, sort of. Quill, Gamora, Rocket, and Groot, they want to sell the orb and get rich. Drax, he sees the orb as the perfect bait to draw Ronan right to him. So this motley crew of enemies, who still totally distrust each other, they cook up this insane, high-risk plan and actually manage to break out of the Kyln together. Okay, so breaking out of prison is one thing, but now they have to deal with the reality of what they're carrying. And this is the exact moment where their little heist turns into something with, you know, galactic-level stakes. You gotta be wondering, right? Why is the entire galaxy freaking out over this one little sphere? Well, that's exactly what they're thinking, so they take it to a collector to find out. And the answer? It just changes everything. Turns out the orb itself isn't the prize. It's just a container. The real prize is what's inside, an infinity stone. And we're not just talking about some fancy gem here. This is one of the 6 elemental crystals that were there at the dawn of the universe. And here's what you need to understand. This thing isn't just a weapon. It's pure, unimaginable power. A normal person can't even touch it without being, completely disintegrated. In the hands of someone like Ronan, he could use it to snuff out billions of lives in a blink. And right at that moment, just as the weight of all this is hitting them, the absolute worst-case scenario happens. Ronan shows up. He just rolls in, mops the floor with them, and snatches the stone for himself. And just like that, he's basically unstoppable, and he's heading straight for Xandar. Man, this is rock bottom for the team. They've lost. The bad guy has the ultimate weapon. The galaxy is toast. But it's right here, in this moment of total failure, that something truly incredible happens. They finally decide to stop running. And this is where you really see the change in them. I mean, look at this. For the very first time, they find a reason to care about something bigger than their own problems. Quill isn't just about the money anymore. Drax figures out that protecting people is a much better form of revenge than just more killing. And Gamora, Rocket, and Groot, they decide that standing for something is way more important than just being free. So that's what it comes down to. 5, a thief, an assassin, a talking raccoon, a walking tree, and a maniac. That's it. They are the only thing standing between Ronan and the complete annihilation of a planet. The odds are they're impossible. But you know what? They're going to fight anyway. And the final battle is it's pure chaos. They launch this desperate last-ditch attack with some help from Quill's old Ravager buddies. And then, at the most critical moment, what does Quill do? He challenges the all-powerful Ronan to a dance-off. I'm not kidding. It's completely ridiculous, but it works. It buys them just enough time for Drax and Rocket to smash Ronan's weapon, freeing the stone. Quill makes a dive for it, the power starts tearing him apart, but then Gamora grabs his hand, then Drax grabs her, then Rocket holds onto Drax. They share the load, and together, they unleash its power and just completely vaporize Ronan. So for, saving billions of lives, the people of Xandar are, as you can imagine, pretty grateful. They get full pardons. All their criminal records wiped clean. They're even given a brand new ship and a chance to start over. But honestly, the real prize is something they weren't even looking for. They found each other. These 5 totally broken, lonely people who started out literally trying to kill or capture each other, they become a family. And so they decide, you know what? Let's stick together. And that's when they officially become the Guardians of the Galaxy. So it really leaves you thinking, right? The universe wasn't saved by perfect soldiers or some noble kings. It was saved by a bunch of broken people who found each other, and, in doing so, found a reason to heal, a reason to actually care about something more than themselves. And maybe that's the best kind of hero you can ask for.